Good morning and welcome to Good Day Live. We are here at the Illinois Amish Heritage Center, and there's a lot of activity happening here today. As you can see behind me, a barn raising is underway, and that's not the only thing going on. A two-day event is beginning today, and we are going to be talking more about all the activities that will be coming to this area between Arcola and Arthur on Route 133 here in Illinois. It's a very important time to talk about the heart of Amish country and why preserving history is so very important, not just for those who are on this property, but for this entire community. And joining me now to share more about the details of this incredible event is Cassie Yoder. Cassie, thank you.
Yes, thank you for having me, and thank you for coming. It's such a beautiful day.
It really is. It's crisp, but the sun is shining.
It is.
And I have to say, for the next 2 days, you're going to have some beautiful weather.
We really are there, and there's so much to do. We're going to be outside, but we do have tents for different attractions and fun things happening here. Obviously, like you said, the barn is going up behind us.
So tell me about this, because when we got on site, I really didn't know what to expect.
Yes.
But this really is something that's pretty special, because right now they're doing some of the modern day stuff with volunteers,
Yes.
but there's some really rich history that's going to take place.
It is. So this is the Hirschberger Miller Barn, and it was originally over in Arthur, and the family donated it to the Illinois Amish Heritage Center. So our campus helps to educate and preserve the history of the Illinois Amish, so it was a perfect fit. Now we have other houses, the Schrock House, the Yoder House, the Miller School. All of these pieces of history have been restored on the campus, and now this barn is going to be the next thing we're restoring. And then there is going to be tours and educational classes that will be happening once it is fully restored.
You know, and you mentioned the houses, which coming up later, we're going to show you more of some of the things that people can see here. But I think it's so important people understand that what you do and what happens on this property is about preserving history.
Yes.
Tell me about the significance and what that means.
Well, I think that a lot of people, through TV see Amish from an entertainment standpoint, and so you have a little idea of what they are, maybe what their culture is about. And so the Illinois Amish Heritage Center is a nonprofit organization. And so this entire campus that we're at today and that you're going to be showcasing, it is preserving and educating. So all of the board members, the volunteers that are here, I mean, none of this would have happened without our tremendous volunteers.
Sure.
People are giving tours inside the homes and inside the schoolhouse. So if you come, there's a little bit of something to do, whether it's the 2 days this weekend, or if you decide to come to the campus another time or make a school visit with your kids and your students. There is a piece of education and history. And for some, it's the Amish side of things. For others, it's the agricultural side that really piques people's interest.
And you mentioned that coming up, we're going to learn more about that history of agriculture. But I want to mention your website, too, because the website that they have here gives people the opportunity to see all the events that happen throughout the year and actually sign up for a newsletter so they can know more.
Yeah, so if you go to illinoisamish.org, then that kind of showcases everything. In the spring, we do a sheep shearing event. Now, I'm telling you what, even if we always say the city people, because I feel that way. I grew up in town. I mean, I wasn't around farm life. So to be able to see that experience of where it starts from the sheep and then it moves from the wool to the quilt, you see all of that process. And so that is a fun event. Lots of quilters, lots of fun things to be able to do hands-on at sheep to shearing.
Yeah.
Then we always have in the summer the steam threshing event. And so that showcases all of the history from the original way that Amish used to do the farming and that many of our local Amish still do. And then also the modern day technology that is used. So it's a history of agriculture, truly. And Jim Fleming and his team put that on. But there is something always happening
here. We're
here.
going to talk with Jim Fleming coming up. It's funny you mentioned that name. I want you to stay with us, because coming up after the break, we're going to learn more about some of that agriculture history and later some of the demonstrations that are happening here. We're live on location in Arcola, Illinois. Stay with us. More to come on Good Day Live.